Hey, it finally worked. How you doing, everybody? There was a glitch. It took me a while to actually get on live. It was like it had all these lives on my page. Like I had set up like almost 8 of them every minute. I figured it out, but there was some kind of glitch in there. So I bought some new brushes. I bought some different size filbert brushes, as you can see here. You know, if you watch my videos, I like the filbert brush. It doesn't leave like a straight line like a flat brush does. And I got some new knives. I don't know if it's going to help any. It's just nice to have some clean brushes. And I bought this Princeton fan brush. Maybe I'll try and make a big evergreen tree with this. This is a number 6. Uh, it says it's an oil brush. The reason why I get the oil brush is because they they stay in shape better. The acrylic ones tend to they separate like this when you get paint on them. So these are a little better. And you can use acrylic. You can use oil brushes with acrylic paint. So what I did today, I put an underpaint of raw umber, and I just mixed some white in it, and I just got an undertone of this brownish color, and I drew my horizon up there. What I'm thinking of having something in the distance disappearing back here, and this is going to be some kind of hill in the front, and then with the distance like over there disappearing. Maybe I'll run like a pathway from way back there to the front. Have some mountains coming this way. So that's the game plan. And the other thing is I mixed white in every color. So it's like, I don't know if you call that pastel or what. Like a really white, it's going to look different. So I have one dark green, hooker's green with black, just to make it dark first, and then I'll put these light colors on top of it. So that's the game plan there. Let me get started. I guess I'm gonna draw in the some kind of distant mountains here. So I want to have it disappearing way back here. So what I'm going to do is put some rolling mountains back here. And what I want to do is have them get taller this way, and then have them come out this way, so it looks like they're going back. So see this line I made here? I'm going to try and follow that line now. And create some cool mountain peaks up here. Just like that. So it'll look like it's going off into the distance there. Then I'll sneak something around from back there down here like that, and have something coming here. The reason I put this in so I know where my sky is. And I'm going to use my new brush today. This is a number 12 filbert. It's really soft. And I'm using ultramarine blue with some white in it. Okay. And let me get going here. I guess I let the paint set for a while. It took me a while to get the live going, so my paint kind of got a little hard on the palette there. You just need I'm dipping my brush into water to help the paint flow. So I'm not using, I have an agent to, you can get this flow additive. You don't need much of it. You just put a little bit of that with some water and it works pretty good. But I'm just using water for now. So I want a blue sky, ultramarine blue. I'm not sure how this undertone's going to work. It's pretty dark. I kind of like it already. I think it's gonna work out pretty good for an undertone. Let's put some white up there right now. See what happens. Yeah, I worked today. I'm off. It's Friday. I thought I'd do a quick painting. I put some laundry in already. I got a show tonight over at the Showboat here in Seattle. Our band's playing from 7 to 10 at the Showboat. If you're in the area, stop by tonight and say hello. It's a pretty cool place. It used to be outdoors. They finally moved. They built a new stage. It's indoors now. So that's going to be nice. We're going to be like one of the first bands to play on the indoor stage. We played there last year, and we were outside, and it was 30 degrees out. We still played. I don't know if you've ever played guitar, but when your fingers are frozen, it's almost impossible to press the strings down on the guitar. There's my sky. That looks pretty good. There's something about a new brush that it's really smooth up there. There's no lines or anything, but I like that. Got some new brushes. I'm going to put my mountains in now. I'm going to put these in light gray back there. This might be a little too light. Yeah, if you're thinking about giving art a try, acrylic painting, I'd say give it a try. I know it's a dying art. We're probably the last breed of this. Painting with your hands and brushes because the computer age has taken over. Uh, this is almost primitive now, you know, the way I feel like this is primitive, painting with brushes and paint when you can do it on a computer, you know. It's like, I have a feeling this is going to be getting phased out, so you should jump on board now and be part of this last generation that can do art, because I really believe it's going to be disappearing pretty soon. The only thing you'll be able to get is computer art. Might take 10 years to happen, but I mean, I can see it coming down the road. So you do have time to jump on board. I'm just going to paint today, and you can watch. Maybe you'll get some ideas from watching me. But yeah, painting, it's relaxing. Like, if you got anxiety or anything, this almost like skiing. It's almost like playing golf. Once you get going on your painting, it really relaxes you, you know. We make these two mountains a little darker here. I can't even see them. And landscapes are fun. You can really create your own style with landscapes. And then once you get your style down, then you can start doing abstract art, or you could do them both. If you started out with abstract, I'd say you should give it a go. Because people still buy landscapes. Everybody likes a good landscape. So what I think I'm going to do here, I'll probably cut that hill a little short over here. I'm going to put a green hill over here instead of another mountain. We'll see what happens here. I think I'm going to put some grass down here right off the bat. So I'm going to grab some green here and kind of blend it in at the bottom of the mountains and see what happens, see what it looks like. Get some like green pasture growing right up next to the mountains there. Get a green glow going. Look at that. Now I'm going to put a hill here. Let me get my larger brush back. My number 12. So I'm going to put a hill here. Then a hill here. to sneak some water around though. Boo-doo-boo. So come down here around this hill. Lighten up this hill here on the top. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen people do the computer art. It's kind of cool the way they throw colors down and they keep clicking on it, changing it. It's I think this type of painting is going to disappear eventually. I really do. I might try my yellow oak, my orange ochre over here. All my colors got like a hint of white in it. I was like going for like a pastel type look, I guess. Curious to see how it turns out. I wanted this hill to come up here though, like this. Yeah. Yeah, I want that to like disappear off into the distance there. If you've ever watched me paint before, I'm just getting my color down first and then I start to paint after that. This is like my underpaint. I have an undertone here, which is the brown, which will start peeking out here pretty soon. As soon as this paint starts drying, you'll start seeing some of the brown will come through. This is looking pretty good. I'm thinking I got enough room down here for some water. Uh, take a look at this. I have some trees up here. Yeah, I'm gonna sneak some water right around here. I think I'm gonna put it in blue for now. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a river. Just like that. Then I'll have the river snaking from way back there and tie it in. tie it in somehow with this. Doesn't that look cool so far? Look at that. Wow. I'm going to zoom it in a little for you. Straighten it out. Wow, that's looking pretty good. I think this needs to be a little straighter here. But that's how I get my ideas. I just put them in as I go. Like I had no idea I was going to have a river in here, but I kind of like that so far. So I'm going to put some green grass down here. I got some of that light green. I'm going to try it. I know it should be probably dark, but I'm going to try the light green. I put white with this because I want the painting to look like more like pastel-y. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what you call it when you got a lot of white in a color. Pastel colors. I'm not sure. I thought that's what it meant. But I know they have pastel media, but I've never used those before. So I'm going to have it, the colors kind of different. I'm not trying to make it look like nature. I want it to look a little different. So this orange ochre, I'm going to continue it like through here. Like it's coming maybe through here and bring it down here a little bit. Like it's some kind of strata continuing over. I'm not an archaeologist, but, or what do they call that? The people that study the earth. Yeah. Well, that's some strata coming through there. Now I can put, I'm going to put a mixture of this green and that green down here at the bottom. Just so I can get this done with. It's going to be a mixture of those two green colors. A geologist, that's what they're called. Archaeologist is someone that finds old artifacts, right? Yeah, I'm not a geologist. Although I like that kind of stuff. So once I get my colors down, then I'll show you what I do after this. I don't know if I've said it. This is acrylic paint. I'm actually using, well, yeah, because I said I'm using acrylic brushes. I'm using, because I didn't put it in the title because it kept giving me problems. YouTube. I didn't want to have to keep redoing it. So I'm using Liquitex. I've just bought this Hooker's Green, and I just mixed white with it to get these different tones. I needed more white, so I'm trying out Liquitex heavy-bodied white. It seems to be working pretty good. And I'm also using the Utrex. But I mixed white in everything. The blue, orange, green, yellow, yellow ochre to get this like faded out look. Let's try my new knife out on the mountains now. If you like the way my mountains come out, go check the last live I did. I explain it pretty good how I put this color up there. Today I'm just trying to fly through it to get it done. I have a lot of different techniques on how to do the mountains. See how I get it to break in here? I try and leave some of the dark color in there. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah. Like, I'm going to go ahead and leave this dark up there on the top. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just staying just left of my white and pulling down a little bit of this is a white and blue. Just right next to the white. And you don't have to cover, I don't cover all the dark area. I want this one to be in front of that one, so I'm going to edge the bottom here. Just so it makes that go in front of that one. Doesn't that look cool? It's a cool way to make mountains. And I used, this was Payne's Gray. I don't know if I mentioned that underneath. Dark. This was lighter. I put white in it, but this here was more Payne's Gray right out of the tube. just take your time and come right up next to the white and then just pull some color to the left. Alright, I'm going to leave those like they are way in the back so it looks like they're way in the distance there. Doesn't that look cool? I'm going to wipe my blade off. I'm going to try and keep my knife clean, since it's brand new. There we go. I'm going to do my clouds now, since I'm going to show you, I'll do a cool way. I'm going to put some clouds right around the mountains, I think, right around the tops. And keep it big over here and then get smaller as it goes into the distance. I hope it works, because I'm using a different type of white today. The Liquitex white. Let's see if it works. Just brushing it in. Titanium white. Not using very much water, because let me get the bigger brush. Get a little blend on it. I'm trying to stay away from the mountains because they're still wet. I should have did the clouds a little later, but that's alright. see how that's looking. Wow, pretty bright. So what I'm going to do now is create some round tops up here. With the, that's why I like the filbert brush, because it's got the round edge on it. And create the cloud tops now. Just stamp it in. You don't need much water on this part. There we go. That looks a little better. I'm going to put a little mist down here at the bottom of my mountains. This is like scumming it, almost like scumming it in there. It's almost like creating a fog. Some kind of mist down there at the bottom. Look at that. It's looking good. Those clouds are really, really bright white. I should have maybe put some gray in it, but I'm going to see what happens when it soaks in. Let's see what's going on with my phone here. All right, let's see. Didn't focus. There we go. Peggy, I see you're on. How's it going? What kind of knife was it? Oh, you got me on the big screen now. That's good. Well, I'm trying to keep the chat up, but it's hard. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're trying to use a knife for the mountains? Yeah, I mean, if you have to use a brush, go ahead. I would use like then a flat brush, and then pretend like it's a knife, and just let a little bit of the paint, if you want it to break, just let a little bit of the paint come off, like kind of glaze it if you're going to use a brush up here on your mountains, like watch, I'll do it right here with the blue. Just wet your brush a little, get a little bit of this blue, and then kind of, there's a way to hit it really lightly so it breaks. But you'll get, it's going to be a different look. That's why I'm saying, that's why the knives make it look a little more real. I guess you don't put, if you don't put much water on your brush, you get it to break like this. You might be able to get the same effect. See that? Just very lightly. Yeah, the knife takes a little bit of patience and like I said, a lot of people's hands shake and they need those, you know. My hands used to shake too, like I couldn't even hold a brush out here. You know, now I can hold anything. I can hold, like if I want to do something really small, I can do it. Like, I don't need to have a stick to hold my hand. It doesn't take long to get that down, but it does take practice. I'll have to work on these clouds. I don't like the way the clouds came out, but I'll figure something out here. Let me get some trees going now. These brushes that I bought are just at Michael's. They're the Royal and Langnickel brushes. They're not very expensive, but they're perfect for what I'm doing. They're really smooth. If you got a Michael's near you, Royal Langnickel, it has like a crown and an R and an L on it. That's what it looks like. All right. Then Princeton's pretty good too. Princeton brushes. I put some trees up on this hill. That's too bad you didn't get your, you can't get the knife down. I say you should still keep, I say you should still keep giving it a go. cool trees. I keep moving the camera around because I have to get in here on different angles so it looks so I can get the look I want. A lot of times I reach over here like that, but wow. I really like that now. Yeah. Well, yeah, it takes the trick about the knife is start off small. Do this do this, Peggy, when make us make some small mountains and then just hit it on the top right with just a little bit, and then maybe just do the top part of the mountain and practice that way, because instead of pulling it all the way down, and then do the top part, and then as you get better you can start bringing it down further. I think you'll get it. Just got to take it in steps. I'm going to bring my water down now from back here. Put it in white. There we go. So we got a river coming down through here. Pretty cool. It's looking pretty good. Where are we at? 50 minutes. Let's see if this works. See all this dark grass? I kind of like the way the dark tree looks on this dark, but I'm going to lighten this up with some of my yellow. Just a little bit of yellow on my brush. It's wet like water. And I'm just going to glaze a little bit in there under the trees. Just so that the trees stand out a little more. Just like that. I don't want to kill all that dark color. I kind of like it. That'll soak in. This looking pretty good. looking pretty good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put another row of clouds underneath those now and see what happens. Just like that. The good old filbert brush. Let's see. Yeah, that helped out quite a bit. Okay, I like that now. I like that a lot better. I'm going to brighten up the tops of these again. All right, that's a lot better. I kind of like that look now. I might even put, once that dries, I might put just a couple more right in here, believe it or not. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I kind of like the way this looks here, all plain, just plain Jane. Like one tone in here. I'm thinking, I think I'm going to line the river now with some color. My whole idea with the pastel colors is kind of going to the wayside. I'm not even thinking about that anymore. if you've watched me paint already, you know these are going to get highlighted, so I'm putting in the dark first, and then we'll highlight them. Get a bunch of bushes going on down there. Let me move my camera again. Gonna have a lot of bushes to highlight in here. That's all right. I kind of like the way it's almost starting to look like a park down here with all these bushes. But I get to try out all those cool colors I made with the white now. I like make all these bushes different colors. All right, lots of bushes down there. Wow. Looks amazing though. Looks like a maze. Pretty good. Now it's time to try my new fan brush. I also bought a Royal Langnickel fan brush. This is an acrylic one, a number 2. Let's see how good it works. I've already told you the acrylic brush is for making the trees like I do. Let's see if this one stays in shape. You can see it already kind of separating, see? That's why I used the oil fan brushes. Oh, my whole mic fell down. There, hopefully that sounds better. I'm going to put a few trees here. Let's see what happens. It is what it is. It is what it is until this brush gets broken in. I think it will eventually get broken in where the bristles stay closer together. But I don't want them to look perfect anyway, so you kind of see what I mean. It's the brush really it's really loose and flimsy. It's probably not the best way to use this brush, but this style here is more of an oil painting type technique, but it still works with your oil fan brush. You try a little more water, maybe that'll help it out. That seemed to work to wet it a little more. Anyway, it gave me some trees there. That's all I wanted. I kind of want to like put a few more in here. I just don't want it to look like I just lined them up. You know what I mean? So I'm going to add a few more tops in here. There we go. That looks a little better. Alright, now I'm going to start highlighting. Wow. Look at all this highlighting I got to do. Wow, the clouds came out great. I was worried about those clouds there for a little bit. Let me see what you guys think. Yeah. Yeah, I like the way, I'm glad I added that extra layer in there. It didn't look too good there for a while. Alright, so anyway, I'll show you, see what happens to the acrylic brushes. This is an oil fan brush, and it doesn't do that when you use, but I mean this isn't, I'm not making a big tree, so I'm not going to use that one. Here's an oil fan brush. I'll probably use it to highlight this stuff here. So I'm gonna do these down here with some yellow ochre. I kind of lightened it up a little with some white, but let's see what happens here. It's a little too big, the fan brush. There we go. Good enough. I'm going to try add a little orange to it now. Orange ochre. Just a little bit of orange ochre in it. I'm going to make these a little bigger. Little yellow. Wow. I really like that color I just used. It's like really, really bright. But I'm not liking this brush. It's too big. So I'm trying to hit it as small as I can. Pretty cool bushes. There we go. All right, I'm done with the bushes. Actually, I got more on the other side there. Stay in focus. It's a lot of bushes there. That makes it look more like tall grass back there. I'm gonna go ahead and swipe up some places here because I'm not gonna take my liner brush and do all those individually. It would take too long. something different. I've been doing more bushes lately. I've been doing a lot more highlighting lately as well. We could put a few trees in here and there. Kind of ran out of paint, but I ran out of paint. But I think I got enough for one more here. Small one. Right over the water there. Pretty cool. I like it. So Peggy, if you're still on, how are you with the knife with the water? Can you do that, or is that too hard for you? Because all you got to do is get a little roll and follow. You just follow the edge and just kind of go across it like that. Keep your knife straight. But you can also use a brush down there. I think you've seen how I do that with a brush. The knife makes it makes it look different. It lays on top of the painting rather than a lot of this paint when you brush it on it gets flat. You know. I used light blue to put this snow up here. Now if you want to make some white spots up there, you can with by just using regular white, but just barely hit it like this. You can add another tone of color up on the mountain, see? I think that's looking pretty good. I think I'm getting close to the end. I didn't even see how long that's been. Oh, over an hour. Wow. That's what happens when you relax. Time just disappears, which is good. All right, I'll work on it a little more, and thanks for watching, guys. I see there's 3 of you on there. I hope you enjoyed that one. I'm still going to do some more stuff. Uh, but that's a pretty good start right there. I kind of like it. I got to put the birds in there before I go. But I don't know what I do with my brush, because I bought all the new brushes and kind of put the old ones to the side. Oh, here it is. All right. Can't forget the birds. Gotta have the birds up here. Am I in the way? Probably. Put some twigs in there. Very good. All right, that's enough. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'm glad you got me on the big TV now there, Peggy. You're welcome. I think I'm gonna put a little more white down here on all these bushes. It's too orangey for me, like some white flowers, and maybe brighten up the grass with some yellow. But I kind of like it. Looks orangey like for Halloween. All right, see you guys. Have a good one, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.